A city in the sky.
It can't possible.
A myriad of worlds of which the Magisterium controls only one.
The multiverse is multiple worlds. We don't quite know why they exist, and we don't quite know what they're about. And Lyra has been living in a world where the Magisterium has instilled in everyone a belief that there is only one world.
The inciting incident that sets off the action of this story is Lord Asriel coming from the north with evidence that there are different universes that are side by side.
If we can see that city up there in the sky, then we can build a bridge and we can cross.
Cross to multiple worlds.
People travel through the worlds if there is a tear or what is commonly talked of as a window. Asriel works out scientifically how to get the energy, tragically, through the severing of child and demon, in the case of Roger, and opens a massive portal in the sky.
How did you get here?
I crossed through a window that my father made.
Elsewhere, Boreal, for example, happened to find a window.
There's a portal for both worlds, so he crosses through, and in order to do that, he has to go through a transitional world called Chittagazzi.
Chittagazzi is the between world, is the world which all other worlds seem to travel through.
If you come from Lyra's world or if you come from our world, you cross through Chittagazzi and it gives you access to multiple other worlds.
In my world, there's a place called Oxford. That's where I come from.
I'm from Oxford. That's where my window is.
The differences between both Oxfords is that some things are placed different geographically, but at the same time it's really similar.
The Oxford that Lyra is from seems to be a little bit sort of stuck further back in time.
There's obvious differences, like, we don't travel by air balloons. Talking animals, demons, Will is not used to that stuff.
The way that science has developed is quite extraordinary. Now, that could just be that these are two parallel worlds that have developed different things at different rates.
And it's about crossing over all these worlds and how they become one.
This is the gate.
I can see it, Will.
Lyra, wait!
Centuries ago, some pig-headed philosophers invented a tool, a subtle knife. It could slice between worlds. It could kill immortals.
You have this knife, do you?
No, but I want to find the person who does.
The subtle knife has the ability to do really significant things.
It becomes the center of the story. I suppose it represents in many ways power.
The subtle knife is an ancient instrument.
It's created by the guild who kind of run the whole Chittagazzi world, and the knife has the ability to cut a window into another world.
But the subtle knife has a meaning that goes beyond that.
It has got the ability to kill spectres.
And as such, it's probably the most powerful instrument that ever existed.
The legends are true, and this knife, the boy will lead us to it.
Several characters want the knife. John Parry, Will Parry's father, and Boreal.
Lord Boreal, he wants control. He wants all the knowledge of all the different worlds in one place, so he needs a subtle knife.
Lord Boreal has stolen the alethiometer from Lyra, and he said, "You're not going to get it back unless you get me this knife."
Bring the knife to me, and I'll give you what you want.
Or do it.
The knife is up at the top of the tower, and when Will and Lyra get there, the guild isn't really a thing anymore, because obviously all the adults have either been inspected or ran out of the city.
My name is Giacomo Paradisi. I am the bearer.
The bearer?
There's a boy hiding in this tower. He stole the knife from me.
What do you want?
Anyone can hold a knife, and anyone could do damage with the knife, but only the knife bearer can cut through the worlds.
The bearer of the knife is recognizable because in the fight for the knife, they lose 2 fingers of their hand.
Will, you are the bearer of the subtle knife.
I think at first it's a responsibility that Will doesn't want to have.
You have come here for a purpose, boy. Maybe you don't know what that is, but you're brave.
It is a skill to be able to cut windows in the air. And Will, as he becomes the bearer of the knife, becomes more and more educated about how to do it.
I think is both wonderful and terrifying for a child to be able to discover that all your power lies within you.
Elithiometer, it told me you were important. You were chosen, Will. So what do you want to do now?
And this is kind of where Will and Lyra's friendship really starts to progress, because I think they both realise that this knife is the missing piece to Will's puzzle and Will's the missing piece to Lyra's puzzle.
Will's destiny is something that's slowly discovered through the series, and when we discover how much power that subtle knife has got, we realise that there is a reason why these two children have been brought together.
This was my mother's. I haven't seen this for 20 years. I don't understand.
You've traveled a long way. You must be hungry.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Sit down, Mr. Scoresby, and I'll tell you.
John Parry is an explorer. He was in the army. He's a great thinker.
His mission is an incredibly personal one. He was very ambitious. I think he thought that he was going to be able to discover things that he would be able to teach his family.
I stepped out of my world many years ago, left them behind. My wife, my son. I thought my work was more important.
We see his agony juxtaposed beside Will's agony. He doesn't understand what's happened with his father.
Will's grown up thinking his father's dead, that he kind of went off to Antarctica when he was younger and just didn't come back. But what really happened is that he found a portal into another world.
Tell me what's in that folder, Mum.
Letters from your father.
He communicates in letters to his wife, Will's mother, and he writes the letters while he's on an expedition. He realizes he needs to sort of change his form. He goes to the north, he becomes a shaman, and so he calls for Lee Scoresby to come and help him to ruminate on what his destiny is. The other interesting thing is that he comes from our world, where there are no demons, but he has the most magnificent osprey demon.
Imagine my astonishment to learn that part of my nature is female, bird formed, beautiful.
I'm going to have to leave the world a better place, even if my son never knows it.
The idea is that Will was meant to take on the role that his father was doing in destroying all evil and getting rid of all the corruptness in the world. That's the mantle that he's meant to be picked up, because that's what he's fighting for.
If I want to be a father that's good, I need to leave a world behind me for him, where he's free.
The prophecy states that life in all of the worlds depends on the child.
The prophecy is about Lyra and about the power within Lyra. Serafina Pecklet believes it's her job to protect the girl.
Our task is to protect you, Lyra, even though this world makes me very uneasy.
Their goal as witches is to help fulfill the prophecy at all costs with Lyra, and they don't want to go against that.
We must focus on the girl and the prophecy.
I protected the prophecy. Thanks to me, our enemies still don't know the child's name.
The witches hear a prophecy that there is a girl who will have a boy with her, who will have to fall in order to save us all. The witch's name for Lyra is
Eve, the mother of all.
Just as Adam and Eve had the great fall when they ate the apple that gave them human consciousness, Lyra will have to bring about that fall in order for dust to be reinstated.
She is the child that shall bring about the end of destiny and return free will.